caracoles y bienvenidos a Spring Spanish. Yo soy Cory, I am Cory, and I am one of the Spanish teachers here at Spring Spanish. I am pretty sure that you've said or heard no problemo more than once, and well, eso no es correcto. That's wrong.
That's great. See, you're getting it.
No problemo.
In today's video, I will not only teach you the correct way to say it, but you will also discover 10 other ways to say no problem that will make you sound supernatural, including some peculiar ones from Latin America. ¡Comencemos! Before I go further, we publish 5 weekly Spanish lessons on our YouTube channel, so make sure to click on the subscribe button and the bell so you won't miss a lesson. If I had $1 for every time I've heard that, sería rica. I will be rich. But I can understand why it is easier for English speakers to go with no problemo. It follows the same rule in English, no problem. But which is actually the correct way of saying it? No hay problema, no problem, or literally translated, that will be there is no problem. So this will be the right way of translating no problem. But in all honesty, it does get the job done and it makes you sound so boring. Most natives don't say this, or at least don't say it all the time. We like to mix things up. Just like you don't say no problem all the time, but also say no worries or all good, we have many cool alternatives as well. There are several alternatives to no hay problema. And we are going to start with no pasa nada. Literally, nothing happens. Of course, it depends on the context we're talking about. But normally, you would say it si quisieras expresar que estás bien. If you want to express you are fine and there is no problem with you or something you're doing. ¿Seguro que te da tiempo para pasar por mí? Are you sure you have time to pick me up? Sí, de verdad, no pasa nada. Yes, really, there is no problem. No te preocupes. This translates as do not worry, and it is probably the expression people in Mexico use the most, as it also means no hay problema. So if you ever come to Mexico or tienes amigos mexicanos, or if you have Mexican friends, you can start telling them, no te preocupes. Sí, me ha gustado mucho. No te preocupes. Yes, I liked it a lot. Don't worry. Hold on a second. No te preocupes is a perfect example of what we call a chunk, a fixed word combination native speakers use that never changes and that you should just learn by heart, so it rolls off the tongue while using it. Preocupes is actually a subjuntivo, but you don't need to know the rule behind the use of subjuntivo here. You've heard me use it like that now, and you know no te preocupes is the correct way to say. The good news, you can learn to speak Spanish up to a really high level just by learning chunks like this. The method to do so is called conversation-based chunking, and it's how we teach students in our academy. If you'd like to start using it yourself, register for free Spanish training we have on our website. You can find the link in the description. Alright, now let's go back to our no hay problema alternatives. No importa. Also a very common phrase here in Mexico, it literally means it doesn't matter. La puedes usar, you can use it when you want to downplay something. Sí que duele, pero no importa. Yes, it hurts, but it doesn't matter. No te apures. Literally, do not hurry. We use this to indicate that something is not a problem. You don't even need to rush it. Tómalo con calma. Take it easy. Lo siento, se me olvidó llamarte ayer. I'm sorry, I forgot to call you yesterday. No te apures, me dormí temprano. No problem, I slept early. Psst, psst. Did you notice? No te apures is another chunk. Again a subjuntivo, but you can just learn the whole thing by heart. Despreocúpate. The literal translation for despreocúpate is don't worry. But I will think of it more as estar libre de un problema, being free of a problem or a worry. This is probably the least used way to say no problem, but you might as well know it, as it will make you sound really fancy. Mañana lloverá, así que despreocúpate. Tomorrow will be raining, so there's no problem. ¿Qué tal vamos hasta ahora? How are we doing so far? Next, we have our 4 Latin American slang expressions. No hay bronca. Comencemos con México. Let's start with Mexico. Bronca in Mexico means a strong or violent argument between 2 or more people, and it also refers to una reprimenda y desaprobación severa, a severe reprimand and disapproval. That is a problem. No hay bronca, yo los ayudo a mudarse el fin de semana. There is no problem, I'll help you move this weekend. Fresco nomás, Ecuador. Esta expresión ecuatoriana, this Ecuadorian expression, means only fresh, and it's used to say that something has no issues or problems. ¿Hubo algún problema en el festival? Was there a problem at the festival? No, todo estuvo fresco nomás. No, there was no problem. No hay quilombo, Argentina. Esta es una de mis expresiones favoritas. This is one of my favorite expressions, and it's used in Argentina. There's no way to translate this word since Argentinians use it to express many different things. La Real Academia Española, the Royal Spanish Academy, defines it as a mess, brawl, or disorder, but in reality, it is used to express much more. In this case, no problem. ¿Puedes ayudarme con esta? Can you help me with this? Sí, no hay quilombo. Yes, there is no problem. Pura vida, Costa Rica. Y por último, pero no menos importante, and last but not least, pura vida means pure life, and Costa Ricans know how to enjoy it. This expression is normally used when saying all is good or life goes without a problem. ¿Todo bien? Everything all right? Pura vida! No problem at all. Muy bien! ¿Cuántas expresiones conocías ya? How many of these expressions did you know before? ¿Cuál fue tu favorita? Which was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, leave a thumbs up too. And as I mentioned before, all the expressions you learned today are examples of chunks, fixed Spanish word combinations that never change and that you can learn by heart to have fluent Spanish sentences roll off the tongue. If you want to discover the method that we use in our Spring Spanish Academy to have you speak in Spanish super rápido, super fast, click the link in the description to sign up. you'll get some free Spanish sample materials too over there. And thank you so much. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. And I hope to see you next time. And gracias totales. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and share the video with your friends.